Hello students, welcome to my channel. Now today I am telling you how to solve the new pattern of the CBSE board exam paper, that is case study based question. Now case study is nothing but a paragraph will be given to you. On that paragraph you will be asked objective question and that question you will have to solve. So first of all we see how is the paragraph. So the paragraph is the law governing electrostatics is Coulomb's law. Means to do solve questions on the basis of electrostatics we use Coulomb's law. In principle, Coulomb's law can be used to compute electric field. Means to find out the electric field we use Coulomb's law due to any charge configuration. In practice, however, it is formidable task to compute electric field due to uniform charge distribution. Means for uniform charge distribution, we cannot solve questions on the basis of Coulomb's law. For charge distribution involving symmetry, German physicist Carl Friedrich Gauss gave a new formulation of Coulomb's law called Gauss theorem, which states that the surface integral of the electrostatic field E over a closed surface due to any source is proportional to the net charge Q contained inside the surface, that is closed integral E dot ds is Q upon epsilon 0, where ds is an element of area directed along the outward drawn normal to the surface at every point. The integral is called the electric flux. At any convenient surface that we choose to evaluate the surface integral is called Gaussian surface. So the first question is, Gauss theorem in electrostatics states that the electric flux E dot ds is equals to Q upon epsilon 0, where S is the Gaussian surface. The electric field E is due to all the charges, option A both inside and outside the surface, option B outside the surface, option C inside the surface S, and option D on the surface S. Now for this, for question number 1, the Gauss theorem states that charge should be enclosed. According to Gauss theorem, charge should be enclosed. So if charge should be enclosed, the option will be, it should be inside the surface. Now we see the second part of this second question. In question number 1 above, Q is the algebraic sum of all the charges. Then option A, both sum of all the charges should be both inside and outside the surfaces. Option B, outside the surfaces. Option C, inside the surfaces, and option D, on the surface. So again, the total charge should be enclosed. So in this part also, in question 2 also, charge should be enclosed. So inside charge is to be taken. So here also we are having option C. In first question the answer was option C, and in second also the option is C, inside the surface S. Now for the third part of this question, the SI unit of electric flux. Now flux is equals to E dot ds. So the unit for electric field is Newton per coulomb and area is meter square. So Newton per coulomb meter square, in the question it is given option D. So this is option D. But electric field is also written as volt per meter. Volt per meter into meter square. So 1 meter will cancel. So this is volt meter, and in question voltmeter is option B also. So in this question two options are correct, that is option B as well as option D. Now for the fourth question of the above question. In fourth question we have been asked, consider the uniform electric field. We are given electric field is equals to 3 into 10 the power 3 I cap Newton per coulomb. Then we have to find out flux. What is the flux to the surface of side 10 centimeter whose plane is parallel to YZ plane? Means the plane of area. Area side is equals to 10 centimeter, that is equals to 10 the power minus 1 meter. So area vector is equals to 10 the power minus 2 meter square. Now it is parallel to YZ plane means I cap. Now we calculate flux. Flux is equals to E dot A, that is equals to 3 into 10 the power 3 I cap dot 10 the power minus 2 I cap. We know I dot I is 1. So this becomes 3 into 10 the power 1, or that is 30 Newton per coulomb meter square. Now we see in the question 30 Newton per coulomb meter square. Option A is correct. So here we are having option A. Now fifth question, question number 5. So in this question we have been said, in question 4 above, what will be the flux to the same square if the plane of the square makes an angle 30 degree with x axis. So now in this case we have been given theta, this is x axis, this is x axis, and this is area, plane of area, which is making an angle 30 degree with x axis. Therefore the angle made is 60 degree. So theta here with electric field is 60 degree. So theta is 60 degree. So what will be flux? Flux is EA cos theta, that is equals to 3 into 10 the power 3 into 10 the power minus 2 into cos 60. Cos 60 is half. So on solving this we get 15 Newton per coulomb meter square. So in the question we see which option is correct. Option D is 15 Newton per coulomb. So per coulomb meter square. So option D is correct option. Now in the sixth question of this above question. In sixth question 4 above, what is the flux through the square if its plane lies in xy plane? So now in this case area plane is xy. Therefore now area vector is equals to 10 the power minus 2 meter square. Perpendicular axis to xy plane is z axis, so k cap. So flux is given by E dot A. E is 3 into 10 the power 3 I cap. Area is 10 the power minus 2 k cap. We know I dot k is equals to 0. Therefore flux in this part becomes 0. Now we see in the question which option is correct. In question we are having 0 as option A. So in answer option A will be correct option. So this way you will be solving case study based questions, and to have more knowledge you keep on watching my other videos for case study questions.